amazing scenes we've seen in Hong Kong, these violent thunderstorms, which some officials are actually describing as being a 1 in 200 year rainstorm event.
Southeast Queensland had another day of heavy rain.
Parts of the Darling Downs are on edge as floodwaters close roads and isolate homes.
A Sunday morning journey to church left 4 people praying in the back of a ute on the Oakey-Pittsworth Road. They were stranded for more than an hour, surrounded by floodwaters after debris pushed their vehicle off a flooded causeway. Swiftwater rescuers couldn't reach them by boat. They had to be lowered from the Careflight rescue helicopter. Nearby at Pittsworth, 50 millimetres of rain fell in 60 minutes. Floodwaters have covered square kilometres west of Toowoomba. Homes are left isolated, roads cut, as the morning deluge arrived unexpectedly. Toowoomba stormwater drains couldn't cope as flash flooding surged across Boundary Street. 45 millimetres fell.
Overnight, violent storms rolled through parts of the Midwest and South. These ominous clouds hovered dangerously close to this minor league baseball game. An EF1 tornado touched down yesterday morning in St. Louis, damaging about 100 homes. The governor of Missouri declared a state of emergency. In Texas, a tornado warning sent these college students racing for cover. Ferocious hailstorms lasted for hours, shattering windshields. This is not something you see every day, a river of hail flowing downhill. Heavy rain flooded some areas, including parts of Indiana. Out west, a different kind of precipitation. Spring snow, up to 20 inches in parts of Colorado. Today, the threat is far from over. Damaging winds and a few tornadoes are possible in parts of the Midwest.
Happening now, a giant sinkhole has swallowed a major chunk of a road on Detroit's west side.
That's a big one. This is happening right now at the intersection of Monterey and Linwood.
We're told that it opened up earlier today when a contractor was doing some routine maintenance underneath, and he was checking on some of the pipes that looked like that they were corroding, and then he noticed some erosion and he noticed some inconsistencies, and then that's when the road slowly started opening up.
Now, those of our viewers in Korea might have woken up a bit earlier than expected this morning, due in part to a rare magnitude 5.1 earthquake. It was the 3rd strongest ever recorded here in Korea.
And social network services were full of messages on the rare incident.
But we're going to begin the show with the restless night in Southern California. More than 100 aftershocks from this weekend's quake. Residents understandably on edge this morning, worried about what could come next.
There have been more than 100 aftershocks here, including a 3.3 magnitude quake just before 11 o'clock Saturday night. That's just a day after the 5.1 earthquake rattled the region. The original quake made a mess across Los Angeles. Water pipes bursting in this apartment building. Surveillance video capturing these items crashing to the floor, forcing businesses to lock their doors for the weekend, and homeowners assessing the damage while the earth keeps shaking. Seismologists say it's only a matter of time before California feels a stronger shudder.
4.8 magnitude quake hit the northern part of Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming. It shook the ground at about 5:30 this morning, California time. It was felt in towns along the Montana-Wyoming border, including West Yellowstone. The park has few visitors this time of year because it was in such a remote area.
Chile, the powerful 8.2 earthquake that's hit the area, and it is called the Ring of Fire, rumbling back to life. Tonight, the world has been riveted by the images streaming in and asking, what does it mean for earthquake risk right here at home?
In this moment of fear, people began to move. It was strong, she said, and it went on a long time. As the earth rocked, it sparked fires. Blare of the tsunami sirens. People running out of this pharmacy, some holding children, bottles tumbling from the shelves. A mass evacuation of nearly 1 million people, fearing a destructive wave in the wake of the powerful 8.2 magnitude quake. The quake rumbled along the most dangerous band of fault lines and volcanoes in the world, the point where the Earth's plates meet, the infamous Ring of Fire, stretching up along the U.S. western coast, all the way through Japan and Asia. More than 1,700 earthquakes along the ring in just the past week.
A 4.3 magnitude earthquake rattled Kansas and Oklahoma shortly before 2 a.m. The quake, which was felt by people across south central Kansas, including here in Wichita, was centered about 2 miles southeast of Enid, Oklahoma. KAKE's Brian Ramsdale caught up with people who were awoken as it happened.
A series of earthquakes struck Oklahoma Sunday morning, 2 of which were large enough to be felt right here in Wichita. The pattern was seen all across south central Kansas. The USGS shows the 11 quakes centered near Guthrie, Oklahoma.
And another powerful earthquake shook northern Chile overnight. It registered a 7.6 magnitude, making it almost as strong as Tuesday's quake. Thousands of people ran out of their homes, and Chile's president was visiting the area and had to leave her hotel, but no major damage or casualties are reported.
This massive sinkhole will affect traffic in Chelmsford for days. Heavy rain created this giant crater on Boston Road at Bryan Road, part of the collapse captured by the Chelmsford Fire Department. Crews worked around natural, gas, and other utilities and now need to put in a new drainage pipe and fill the ground.
The Solomon Islands has been hit by an earthquake just as the Pacific Ocean archipelago was reeling from heavy flooding from a tropical storm. So far, at least 16 people have died and thousands left homeless as the capital Honiara suffered the worst flooding in living memory. The full effect of the earthquake, reported to measure magnitude 6. Rising waters have flooded many parts of the capital, causing houses to collapse into rivers and roads to become blocked. The Solomon Islands is one of many small island developing states threatened by rising sea levels.
Tonight, a long line of severe storms is heading east. They left a trail of destruction through North Texas last night. Hail the size of baseballs fell in Denton County. The front extends from the deep south all the way to the Great Lakes, where it's been dumping snow. It's already one of the biggest April snowstorms ever in Minnesota.
3 eruptions late yesterday rocked the Tungurahua volcano in Ecuador, roughly 90 miles south of Quito, the capital. The eruptions shot smoke and ash 6 miles into the air.
Φωνικοί ανεμοστρόβιλοι σάρωσαν στο πέρασμά τους στις νότιες και κεντροδυτικές Ηνωμένες Πολιτείες. Άφησαν πίσω τους τουλάχιστον 18 νεκρούς και προκάλεσαν τεράστιες υλικές ζημιές. Εικόνες από ελικόπτερο αποκαλύπτουν το μέγεθος της καταστροφής. Άνεμοι με απίστευτη ισχύ ξερίζωσαν δέντρα και οροφές σπιτιών. Αυτοκίνητα και φορτηγά ανατράπηκαν ενώ βρίσκονταν εν κινήσει. Με επίκεντρο το Άρκανσας, η ζώνη της καταστροφής εκτείνεται από την Οκλαχώμα και το Κάνσας ως την Αϊόβα και την Νεμπράσκα. Στα προάστια του Little Rock στο Άρκανσας, ολόκληρες γειτονιές σβήστηκαν από το χάρτη. Οι αρχές κάνουν λόγο για μαζικές απώλειες και πολλούς τραυματίες. Ξερίζωσε όλα τα δέντρα μας. Ένα μεγάλο τροχόσπιτο παρασύρθηκε στο σπίτι και διέλυσε τα παράθυρα, δήλωσε ένας κάτοικος. Με το πρώτο φως της ημέρας, τα σωστικά συνεργεία συνέχισαν τις υπεράνθρωπες προσπάθειες για να εντοπίσουν επιζώντες στα συντρίμμια των κατεστραμμένων κατοικιών. Ο αριθμός των νεκρών αυξάνεται ώρα με την ώρα. Η Μετεωρολογική Υπηρεσία εξέδωσε προειδοποίηση για πιθανή επανάληψη των επικίνδυνων καιρικών φαινομένων. Ο συναγερμός αφορά περίπου 3 εκατομμύρια πολίτες στις νότιες και δυτικές πολιτείες.